Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. Today is Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. Winfrey's here.
Hi.
Yeah. The covers of the dailies, as always, packed full of headlines. And this is the first one on the cover of The Guardian. It says here, rivers in turmoil as Fubara Pro-Wike factions battle for local government areas. Now, that's the cover story there, the major cover story there. And as you can see, quite a few things, more questions than answers at this point. And I did read earlier on that the police have taken over all the local government areas of the state to sort of ease the tension that's going on. But there's still quite a lot happening in that particular area. We'll be following up with those stories in subsequent bulletins. Nigeria in race against time as fresh cholera outbreak kills 30 in 30 states. The story there continues on page 6. Abuja CCTV project, more questions than answers for $460 million contract 14 years after. Interesting. Report, 300 Nigerian millionaires may migrate in 2024. I was about to add a prayer to that one. Right? But I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm just... I shouldn't. I should just leave that there. Also, it says here, NAFDAC says cooked food in fridge beyond 3 days harmful. We talked about that earlier on. For Tinubu's economic policies to achieve desired results, an editorial on page 12. And prioritize Mambila Power Project like Calabar Coastal Road. Page 29 has more on that. Now, this cholera conversation keeps coming up over and over and over again. And it does feel like people are not taking it as seriously. I even feel that there should be more campaigns to make sure that people are more enlightened so they understand exactly what's going on.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's really, it's interesting, right? Because not too long ago, we're literally totally shut down by a pandemic. Right, and same thing, right? When it started initially, a lot of people didn't take it seriously until it literally had to lead to a national shutdown. I mean, a global shutdown and all of that. So sometimes it feels like when information filters in from outside in, that's when we take it more seriously as opposed to what our people here are telling us. Because I think we just have the idea of, okay, it's Nigeria, we're strong and we'll get over it. But then again, we need to understand that when it comes to people literally losing their lives, things should actually be taken very seriously because there's no joke for like 30 people to literally die in the States based on one particular thing. And if this can be avoided, it definitely should be avoided. But I believe, I mean, as you said, more campaigns should be done. We keep on talking about it, make sure that even we're doing our our parts, making sure that we stay sanitized and stay safe. Will definitely go a long way.
Apparently, there's also a vaccine for cholera as well, and that's something we should look into, have a conversation about later on. We have the Daily Trust newspaper with us as well. It says here, how PSC, NPF dispute stalls recruitment of 10,000 police. Only 20,000 instead of 60,000 picked in 6 years. Insecurity lingers due to lack of coordination. National Assembly must wade in, it says. 2 killed as police pro-Fubara youth clash in Rivers. On tax evasion, private jets owners jostle to beat 30-day deadline. APC wants Kwankwaso arrested over inciting comments. And what else do we have there? Okay, I think we have a photo story there as well about 5 years in office for Zulum. And there's some photos there on the cover of the Daily Trust.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about private jets, you don't really think about the upkeep and how much tax must be involved in order to maintain that. I know that you have family in the aviation sector. I'm wondering if you've heard about these guys with private jets and how they're able to manage their taxes.
That's the thing. So it's not even only limited to the private jet guys. Even the commercial guys have a lot of this. But I think what happens that brings this thing to the fore is literally when, you know how we behave here. Do you understand? Even with normal, regular businesses, tax has always been an issue here because people would rather cut corners instead of actually doing the right thing, which is paying their tax, right? So, I mean, now, this is literally in the newspaper directed towards the aviation sector and private jets and all of that. I mean, the aviation sector has literally been in the news a lot these
Recent,
days and all of that. So I just hope that in the end of everything, what needs to be done actually get done, which is them paying their tax, as opposed to them greasing the palms of people and then evading it continuously, because I mean, that's literally what brings us here. And this situation of only 20,000 police recruitments being done, I think I mean, it is one that literally just bothers me sometimes, because I'm like, okay, fine, we do have the youth, we do have the manpower, what's stalling the recruitment?
Okay.
Do you understand? Because we're talking about insecurity literally reaching an all-time high and all of that, and then it's still a problem getting to get people that can actually serve in these areas. So it just actually boggles my mind to know, okay, fine, what is it that they're not seeing, what they want with regards to qualifications and all of that to recruit them. But I believe that they're doing all they can to literally get the...
I know there are police colleges all over Nigeria, and hopefully we'll definitely be following up with that particular story. I think it's very interesting.
Yes.
We have the Punch here with us as well. Major headline is on the Rivers crisis. Cop killed as youth dislodge Pro-Wike local government chairman. Fubara meets security chiefs, warns against arrest of his supporters. Police take over 23 local government secretariats to forestall violence. It also says here on the Kano Emirate, Senate denies alleged emergency rule, NBA probes lawyers. Page 18 has more on that. $72 million diversion. Reps panel summons Ajib, NNPC, others. Federal government offers 17 new oil blocks for bidding. Revenue generating agencies owe federal government over 3 trillion naira, according to FAC. And let's see, right at the bottom here, it says on cholera, WHO, UNICEF hold emergency meeting. Experts warn corpers. Corpers in quote. Interesting. I would love to see the angle there. And abducted Fouani MD, 3 Lebanese reunite with families. Now that was an alarming one.
Yeah, that was.
Over the past week, we've been watching for updates with that particular story. We're pleased to hear that he's back with his family. But it actually does highlight the issue of security within Lagos, which is often considered one of the safest places to live in Nigeria. One of, in quotes, often considered, in quotes.
Because this particular situation was, I read the story and I was amused, because this was actually done in the daytime at a very popular location. And I'm wondering, Falomo, literally close to Falomo, and I'm wondering, like, okay, fine. And funny enough, it actually was done during a period where there was even like security presence, right? There, because there was some other thing that was going on that actually needed. So it seemed like a very, very coordinated arrangement, and it was really sad. But then again, it's good and great that he's back with his families, yes.
All right, then now we would love to hear your thoughts on the stories we highlighted today on the headlines in the dailies.